Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Liz here. So if you guys have been with me, you guys already know that I am trying to avoid shopping at all costs, and I am trying to wear everything in my closet. Now today I am doing something different. I am not actually looking for something to wear in my closet, but I am trying to give some of my clothing a second chance, okay? So today we are going to be dyeing some of my clothing. And if you guys been with me, I have actually dyed clothes before. It has been a while, so if you guys want to watch those videos, you guys can. You guys will see that I do have some fail ones and then some that actually worked out. So again, you guys already know that this year I decided that I was not going to be shopping for every occasion. And in the last couple of, sorry, my leg was itchy. So in the last couple of weeks, I have actually been cleaning my closet because not only am I not shopping, but I am also taking out clothing that I have not worn and it's just sitting there, you know, wasting space. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go shopping and replace those clothing. No. I am just trying to not have so much clothing. The clothing that I have taken out, it's clothing that I have not worn over like the last 2 years, and it has just been sitting there. And like I said, I do wanna be wearing everything in my closet, okay? So that is the overall goal. It might not happen obviously this year because it's almost the end of the year and certain seasons already happened and I didn't wear some of the clothing. But anyways, that's, you know, not here or there. Let's get into this video. Okay, so what I'm gonna be dyeing today, I was gonna say this summer for some reason, I don't know. So we are gonna be dyeing sweaters that I've had in my closet and I haven't worn in, I actually don't even know. And I mean, part of it is because I do live in California and we don't really have like a cold weather or like winter. So, you know, I don't wear a lot of like my sweaters during the year. And another reason why I actually haven't worn this sweaters in a while is because some of them have like little stains. And I mean, it is white clothing, so it tends to happen. Now, I have tried to obviously clean it and try to get rid of the stains and stuff, and it just hasn't worked. So they just been sitting in my closet, I don't know, I guess waiting for something. And I don't want to get rid of the sweaters just because I feel like, you know, I could do something with them, and one of the things is dye them. Like, I want to give them a second chance to be able to be, you know, worn out. Mostly this sweater because it was the sweater that I got the first time that I ever went to San Francisco. So, you know, it has a little bit of meaning of why I have kept it for I don't even know how long, with, you know, a couple stains and like never been worn, okay? So, I do have 3 sweaters. I honestly thought that I had more, but it's because, again, I have been cleaning my closet in the past few weeks, so I'm pretty sure I think I already took some of the things that I have not worn at all. So, so yeah, so we're going to be dyeing the sweaters, and hopefully I'll be able to wear them, you know, somewhat this winter, maybe for a little bit, you know, because, yeah. So now the color that I was thinking of dyeing them was obviously black because that is the safest and because that is the color that I'm very comfortable in, okay? I wear a lot of black clothing, like mostly all of my closet is black. And that is another thing that I'm also trying to avoid. I am trying to add a little bit more color to my closet. Now, it's not that I don't have a lot of color. Well, I mean, I actually don't, okay? But I don't, like, I do and I don't. Like, I do. I'm, like, looking at my closet to see what I have. I just don't wear it, okay? I obviously just go with what is more comfortable for me, which is black clothing, okay? So, I was thinking of doing it black, but I'm like, no, we're trying to avoid that. So I think we're gonna try to attempt to dye them brown, which is funny because I'm wearing a brown shirt. I really didn't even think about it, but I think we're gonna try to dye them brown. I do not have a lot of brown clothing in my closet, and so, you know, I feel like it's close to adding color, but not too much on, you know, the bright spectrum, you know? And now if it does fall on the brown clothing, we're just going to go black. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier because it's already going to be like a dark color. I'm already thinking ahead, but main color we're going to try is going to be brown. So we could add a little bit of that. And I feel like, you know, it's fall right now, so it will definitely fit. And hopefully we get a little bit of a colder weather. It does get a little bit chilly, you know, later on. So, you know, like, I feel like I am going to be able to wear them, okay? So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go get the dye because I still don't have it, and work on it. And hopefully we are able to add a second chance to my clothing. I'm going to go ahead and try to look if there's anything else that I want to dye because, you know, once I start something, I feel like I want to dye everything. But I also don't want to do all that, okay? Okay, we'll see. But let me go ahead and stop talking and get started with dyeing my clothing. So I'll go ahead and see you guys in a little bit, probably with the results, because I don't know. I don't think you guys want me to go over how to dye your clothing. I'll show you guys the dye that I'm going to be using, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. It is the next day and we are back. Now, before I show you guys the results, let me show you guys the dye that I use, and let's talk about the mistakes that I made, because obviously there had to be some. So with that being said, yeah, let's talk about it. So I use this dye, which I went with the dark brown, which I think that's the only one that they had. They didn't have like a brown, but so I went with this one. So I have used this dye before. I use it in my other videos. Now, one thing that well, actually no, a couple things that I didn't do, okay, which might explain why the clothing came out the way that they came out, okay? So a few things that I didn't do is I didn't really follow the directions, okay? More so, and I didn't add the liquid detergent, I didn't add salt, I didn't add vinegar to the mixture that you're supposed to do with this, okay? All I did was I soaked the sweaters in water while I let the water boil, and then I just, you know, put the hot water and added the dye, and then that's it. And then I put the clothing in there, moved it a little bit, and then that's it, okay? So I didn't do everything in the directions, okay? Another thing that I did, which I do not recommend, do not do this, okay, is I mix the sweaters with my hand, with my bare hand, okay? So don't do that, okay? Because now I am dealing with dirty looking fingernails, okay? And I feel like I do have a little bit of dye in certain spots still, and I also feel like I messed up my rings, which it's a little upsetting, that I did that. But in my head, okay, in my head I was like, it's just, I really thought I was just moving it just a little bit. I wasn't, another thing that I didn't do, I wasn't really going to be mixing it or like flipping the sweaters, you know, for like 30 minutes, because I feel like that's what's recommended for you to do. The second that I saw them like completely soak and the color somewhat grasp to them, I just left it, okay? And yes, my hand did get dyed, and I had to scrub it with soap, and I even did a makeup remover, okay? So it doesn't look that bad, but yeah, I'm dealing now with this ugly nails going on, okay? So yeah, don't do that. Do not do that. Unless you have gloves, then go ahead. Another thing that I didn't do is, again, I didn't mix it for the amount of time that is recommended for you to be like mixing your thing. And also the container that I used was a bucket, which you're supposed to be using something where it's mostly like you're able to spread out the clothing and like able to, no. Mine, they were cozy on one thing, okay? Now, I did leave them, I did leave them overnight, which in my head, you know, I'm like, it's gonna grasp the color a little bit more, because I think on the directions it says about like to leave it on, like to leave them there for an hour, but I did it overnight, okay? And I'm like, it's gonna be even better, okay? So now, with that being said of what I did and what maybe you shouldn't do for them to turn out better than they did, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys how they turned out, okay? So now, before I show you guys, we did have a little fail, okay? We did have. So, I don't know if I should show you guys that one first or last. I don't know if I should show you guys the one that I like the most. I don't know. Okay, anyways, let me show you guys, okay? This is the first one. They, all of them are like this, okay? They did not all dye evenly. So there is like splashes of like different color, almost like if it was tie-dye, I guess. And I will say it was probably because I put them in a bucket, and like, you know, they really didn't have much room to like be moving, and I also didn't do that. So yeah, so they do have, you know, somewhat of different like little patching, but I actually like it. I like how the way that they actually came out. I feel like it's, you know, pretty kind of like unique to it, you know. Now with this one, I will say, I don't know why in my head I thought the letters were also going to dye, or at least like a little bit of a darker color, but they didn't. So, and then also this, the little string that you tie the sweater with. So I think I'm going to either try to take this off, or I'm just going to try to get a brown color, because this looks like a little shoelace. So I might just get a little brown shoelace, you know, and see how it looks. It looks that way, which I feel like maybe it might look okay with this, but I know some of the letters already fell off, or not. I don't know. Okay, so I might just change this to make it look, you know, a little bit cuter. So I did like how this one turned out. So let me show you guys the other one. So this one is my San Francisco one, which again also turned out pretty good, if I say so myself. Again, it does also have the little bit of patchiness and, you know, different colors and stuff. But again, I'm really not mad about this. Like, to me, like, I like it, you know. I'm able to wear this again, which is, you know, exciting. So I really like how this one turned out. Now, I don't know if you guys are able to see like in the camera, but this one, let me see if you guys might be able to see it. So this one came out a little bit darker than this one. So it's just a little bit, just a little bit darker than this one. So, you know, two different shades of brown kind of. So I actually like that. And I'm guessing it's material wise of why they dyed. That one got a little bit darker than this one. Or I don't know, it could be many things, because again, I didn't really follow the directions. Okay, now let me show you guys the failed one. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with this one, but I got a pink sweater. I got a pink sweater with a bunch of stains. Why? I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it you guys are able to tell like that it's pink, but it's giving pink. Okay, it's giving this pink color. I don't know why. And it got like stains, which I'm guessing this were like these stains that I was talking about that I, you know, couldn't really take off. So I mean, I don't get this, why it has just two little brown dots of brown. So yeah, I don't know, it has a big old yellow stain right there. And I am guessing it's the material. I am guessing it's polyester, which I don't think this dye works on polyester. I do want to say I read it somewhere, but yes. Yeah. And this one says it's 100% polyester, so yeah. This one is obviously a failed, and well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I honestly, I'm just probably going to throw it away because I'm not going to try to dye it again or try to get like polyester dye. Like, I'm good, okay? Because I still feel like it's going to show the stains if I do dye it again. So, yeah. So this one was pretty much a fail, which I am okay because it's literally just a simple white sweater. So I could just get that anywhere. Reminder, make sure you look at the type of fabric you have. I mean, for the most part, I feel like it does have a lot of them that you're able to use this, except polyester. So yeah, now you guys know if you didn't know. Okay, so overall, I am actually pretty happy with it, just because, I mean, these two sweaters were the main ones that I really did wanted to keep and use for, you know, obviously a longer term. So I am happy about how this one's turned out. And I mean, I honestly don't really need that much sweaters again because I live in California. It is hot today. I am sweating already, so you know, I'm really gonna be using the sweaters for like a short amount of time. So, but I really do like that, you know, I'm able to wear them again. So yeah, you guys, that is all that I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of how my clothing turned out. And let me know if there's any other dyes that you guys would recommend, just in case I come across, I don't know, other clothing in my closet. But this is all that I have for you guys. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Now don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys later.